Today I'm going to check in with a couple that's been here for about a year. They moved from California, so I want to find out, was it worth it? Was it worth it to move here? Was it worth it to give up what they had to come to Idaho? We're going to find out, so let's go inside. All right, so I'm here with Doug and Diana Chandler, who have welcomed me into their home to talk about your experience, their experience coming here to Idaho. So first and foremost, when you made the move to Idaho, where were you guys living before you came?
We were in Concord, California, in East Bay, San Francisco.
How long were you guys there?
We lived there for 9 years. I worked in Emeryville and had the most miserable commute you can possibly imagine. So the bad commute was 18 miles. That took me a little over an hour in the morning, and sometimes as much as 2 hours at night coming home. I was growing old in my car.
Yeah.
So you had enough. You were done, and you were still working for your company at the time when you made the move here.
Yes.
So how did the discussion come about? How did you guys decide, you know what, maybe Idaho, or did you guys look at other places, or?
We were just kind of thinking about retirement.
Okay.
And we knew we wanted to go somewhere else, but we had no clue. And then one day, Idaho popped in my head, and I didn't know one thing about Idaho. And so I started looking on YouTube, and I found your videos, and then started watching everything on Idaho I could find.
Yeah.
And then right that same day, I called you, and you called me right back. And you said, well, why don't you come and look, and I'll just show you the areas you might be interested in.
Yeah.
So we did.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you guys had no knowledge of Idaho, anything.
Nothing.
Wow. I always am curious because whenever I pick someone up at the airport, or I'm just wondering, like, what's their initial impression of Idaho? My first impression was like, but I don't know if that's everyone's impression.
Well, I think we looked a little bit just to get familiar with the type of environment we would be expecting. So we knew that it was kind of high desert in this part of Idaho. I was expecting more mountains and trees, the visualization of running rivers everywhere. And yes, that's all here. But in the Treasure Valley, it tends to be a little bit of a different climate. And it's very much like California, actually, except for, the seasons are more dramatic.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have that, like, they're just going to come into this forest and just like...
But I don't think I had that. I didn't have any expectations other than when I knew when I got here, it just felt right. It was like a breath of fresh air.
But I'm sure there was emotions and fears packing up. I mean, if you guys were there for 8 years down that neighborhood, and you had a beautiful home that you just remodeled, I remember. You just remodeled that.
We were so excited about this. It really wasn't a hesitation at all. I mean, we sold our house within a month of being here in 2 days. The scary part was leaving our family behind.
Has it been a challenge getting adjusted to the new area completely? No family here. Has it been hard?
Not for me. I mean, I miss my family and I miss my dad. But being in Idaho, like I said, it's just made my heart happy.
That's awesome. I love it.
When we got here, Diana went on to Facebook and she found Meetup Groups that had common interests with us. And we have been meeting a ton of people. We have a lot of new friends here, very good friends. We've been staying extremely active just with all these new friendships, dinners and outings, and it's been
just
fabulous.
Walking the rivers. We do it all the time, and we love it. And the changes of seasons, it's just amazing. Yeah.
I think you nailed and put the hammer on nail on the head. Is that right? Head and nail or something like that.
Nail on the head.
I nailed it.
But, joining these meetup groups is probably the easiest and fastest way to establish a network of friendships and exploring, because to get out and look around, you gotta know, I feel like.
And everyone we've met is pretty much from California and the same views and likes, and it's been really, really fun. So now we're doing stuff every weekend. And
other couples in your group that you meet up with, are they welcoming, or are they just like, another Californian?
No, a lot of them are Californians that are in the same circumstance as us, that are looking for new friendships in an area they've just relocated to. So there's a lot of commonality in that. Some of us, I mean, there's a huge diversity in age ranges in a lot of these groups. But a lot of them are retired and they're just looking to make friends and have people to do stuff with and fun.
We did hear the rumors about
Yeah.
go away Californians, and we have not run into that. In fact, I think it's totally the opposite. At the grocery store, the checker would just start talking to us. There's a line back there. They just talk away, and I love that. We'd go to the drive-up window. I had a lady just sit on the windowsill and talk to me and told me her whole life, and there's a line of cars behind me. I just love that people are just friendly. California, we did not have that.
And another aspect of that is that our neighborhood is full of young families with kids. I mean, we're the old coots here.
Yeah, but we love the kids. So
Yeah,
that's-
every night the street is full of kids riding their bikes and playing.
Oh,
And
that could be an aspect,
and
is that
the-
I feel like we've kind of gone back in time as far as the family life and kids outside playing.
It's
I think
safe
that's
here.
pretty cool here.
Is it a little surprising to see? I mean, I don't know where
It's
you're.
refreshing.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what people are hungry for, is that personal connection to a degree, just the common courtesy of saying hello or waving or stopping and having a conversation at the drive-up window.
And people have manners.
I think that's what a lot of people wonder about coming here. I get questions all the time, what's it like, and I try and explain it, but hearing it directly from you guys is so impactful for someone to kind of who's on the fence of.
I think you could make it what you want it.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me, because I get this question a lot. What have you seen as far as pricing goes across the board and just your day-to-day stuff?
As far as living expenses, way cheaper here.
Water.
Insurance, registration, taxes, everything is
Considerably
cheaper.
lower, yeah. We had to go register our vehicles. You go into the DMV here and they're polite, they're efficient, they're friendly, it's organized. Not used to that, but it's pleasant.
That's awesome.
It's really nice. And that's kind of reflective of all the interactions that we've had here. There's really been none of that I hate Californians in our face at all.
No.
Someone's going to comment on this and be like, well, you just had them tell all the positives. Has there been any negatives?
Virgin layer.
Oh, yeah.
And that, and then a little bit in the summer if there's fires.
It can get smoky here.
And I guess the heat got me.
There is a rush hour here.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't want anybody to think there's no traffic here, but it's about 5 p.m. to 5:10 p.m. So just make sure you plan around that.
If you ask me, there isn't any traffic here.
I would add that we're in an area that is developing rapidly, and so there is a lot of construction going on, road construction. Last year, the technique they use for reconditioning a road, where they spray a layer of tar and then they lay a layer of gravel, that's a windshield killer. I did replace my windshield last year.
Twice in 2 days.
So those are things to watch out for, but those are by no means deal killers.
So, hey, I didn't coach them. This was all the negative. Okay, so what would you tell someone, based off your experience only, not from me, not just your experience moving here, what would you tell someone who's just like, gosh, I don't want to leave my friends and family, but I like what Idaho has, I mean.
Come here and try it out.
Yeah.
Experience it. Spend a week or two and just drive around.
There is so much
Go
to
with your
do here. Fishing, there's hunting if you're into that. There's shooting, there's camping, there's RVing. There's just beautiful destinations to go visit. A lot of day trips that you can do just from this area, that amazing sceneries, beautiful canyons, birds. It's just gorgeous here. We love it.
Okay, so at the beginning of the video, we kind of asked the question, was it worth it? So for you both, was it worth it to make the move here to Idaho?
Absolutely.
I think our quality of life is so much better. The pace of life, having it a little bit slower. Getting the commute out of my life is such a dramatic change for me personally. And just the people here are amazing. So it is absolutely worth it.
You heard it from them directly. If you are considering making the move to the Boise, Idaho area, pick up the phone, shoot us a text, give us a call, send us an email. We're happy to connect with you, kind of learn more about your story so that we can maybe match you and introduce you to Doug and Diana. So absolutely. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and let me know what questions you have, and I'll shoot them over to Doug and Diana, and maybe they can send me an email back, and we can go that route. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, go Idaho.